we are officially back. Except this time we're going deeper. Version 2.2, shall we say. It's going to be different for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's not about living anymore. I'm not doing an experiment about living. It's about using the space, and others can use the space too. Look, this is where the hut was. Look at the deer, look at the stag, look at the stag. Zoom in with your fingers, pinch, pinch, pinch. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Have you got him?
Yeah.
Look at that. Hello, mate. We're going to be neighbours again. I actually don't think I've ever had the big stag so close. Alright, let's keep going. And this is the original site. This is actually the first time I'm seeing it empty. Cool, there's a bit of crap that we got to tidy up. But this time, we're going a bit deeper.
You've been chasing round love, but love never chased you. Late night shit you breathe through, and try to wash away fear, but you don't have to run now.
We have arrived back into the mysterious and beautiful woods. Those deers were ridiculous. I'm here with my mate Martin. Oh my gosh, why did I ever leave? You don't know what you've got until you've lost it. And thankfully I get a second chance for us to share in this space. But we are deeper, we're on the other side of the electricity pylons. The original V1 bad boys were Gertie, the Land Rover, and Betty, the old hut. And Gertie died many moons ago. I'm pleased to say I just won my new vehicle, Volvo XC90, 2004, £2,000. It's weird because when I first got Gertie, I remember everybody was like, oh, you're serious about going to the woods? And obviously now in V2, this is about sharing this space with other Corcovado partners, sharing it with the network, and also living a more integrated life of city and country. I'll probably be staying here one night a week. Others will probably use it a bit, we'll probably do some events. My videos will be mixed, but that Volvo XC90, I feel like it's a car that works in the city and one that works out here in the woods if we've got to drag some stuff around. What have you got?
A little frog.
A little frog? Oh mate, how are you? It's a bit dry for a frog, isn't it? I knew the silence was good when I came here the first time, but I thought maybe it was just a feature of the countryside. And now, after viewing 7 different bits of woodland, I know that it's not. It's a very special feature of right here. You can find it in the absolute wilderness, but not in anywhere near modern life. But listen. It's just so good. It's just so good. One of the reasons we've moved in deeper into here, to be slightly deeper in from the road and further away from the neighbours, but mainly it's a psychological new start. It's another 200, 300 metres in, and it means that we can really rethink how to use the space. And this is the first plot. I think there's another plot here. I will put the map of the woods in the Slack group, the Corco Creator Slack group. If you want to be part of helping me design the space, where to put stuff, it's not going to be much, just a social space and a few other bits and bobs, then go in there and make some suggestions. Join the Slack group. If you're not already in the Slack group, join it. From here till the end of November, the project of Corcovado is about getting ready for the swell. It's about getting this space ready for the swell, about helping the other guys, the landowners, get ready for the swell, the artists and the community, and getting all of us ready, mobilised to share, to connect. Where last year we made the film and the little book and then showed it on tour to 10 places around the UK, this time we're going to be framing the film and the book and then making the film and book on tour together. It is going to, the story of V2 is co-creation, is doing it together across Europe, especially in a time where we're dealing with this Brexit scenario. I feel like it's an important thing to do, and hopefully you'll be a part of it. So these are going to be almost like a sub-series of the Swirl vlogs as we get ready and try and have an amazing time together. So we've got to get a bunch of this stuff out. We can't forget what we've learned already. I've made mistakes here, I've made a mess. The key thing is trying to make sure that we leave everything absolutely orderly every single time we leave, so that there's nothing but rustic looking things. And obviously we need to finish the hut off as well. One thing at a time, but damn, it feels good to be back. Right, let's start, Mark.
You don't have to run now. Just put me in your plans, girl.
I think I'm gonna make a massive swing that hangs down here and swings through there. So I'm not sure we should make that the social space because I want to keep it. But mate, we are living amongst giants in here. Flipping heck. So we think in there, next to Goliath, will be the playground. Here, hopefully will be the social space because it's just bracken. It's so nice to be able to lower my voice again. Like the last video we made with Airbus, it was so loud and I'm having to shout. And I forgot what it feels like to just be able to speak quietly like this in the woods. Everything just comes down a notch.
Looks great. Great space.
Chuck me the phone. Look at the light on him right now. Oh my gosh. You don't really get this anywhere else. When I first came here, it was an experiment, so I didn't commit to paying anything, although I ended up offering to pay 10% of what I made on YouTube for the year. I felt that was fair. But this year I'm paying a small monthly fee, similar to what I ended up paying in the first year. It's a tight contract, a clean, strict contract of what I can and can't do in here, which is good. It's nice to have clarity actually. And I can have 2 events of up to 70 people visiting for an evening in the year. And so one of those will be on the tour and one will be in the summer. And the rest of it, I won't have more than 20 people on site at a time. I don't want that anyway. I want small groups, 2-3 people at a time. Sometimes a carload or 2 come. I guess I've always felt like I'm breaking the boundaries of life. Me and Martin were talking about school today and how annoying and slow it was, how much bureaucracy there was. I always felt like maybe I hated rules. But coming here the first time, I realised I don't hate rules. I just need less of them or different ones to what modern life often offers. I need more than no structure. And actually having a clear contract, it's a natural emergent contract from the experience that I had here and what feels respectable and sustainable in this woodland. Actually feels great. I actually feel much clearer, simpler, it feels better to have a simple contract. It's quite relieving. It's also nice to be in here and not feel ambitious. There's no, I know what I want to do here. I want to sit by the fire and enjoy the silence. That's the quality that this place has. I'm not going to build loads of huts. I'm not going to do loads of things. We're not going to have loads of events. It's just going to be a small, quiet space. I say just, I should take just out of the sentence. It's not just anything. It's an amazing, small, quiet space for us to get back to the simple things.
We know you, 'cause we could go far. We could become giants, girl. We know you, 'cause we could go.
Unfortunately, we had to cut the bar in half in order to fit it in the van. This is a dead simple bed that Josh Price made that will go in the new hut eventually, but for now we'll put it in the big hut. But the nice thing is I can imagine just taking that out and just sticking it under the stars and sleeping out on a nice bed in the woods, which will be delightful, I think. To you, the Chuckle Brothers, to you. Actually, it's quite good because without the roof on, it covers like the bottom of where the wheels are. And if you're standing, damn it, I didn't see that log. Ugh. It means that if I want to stand here, I get the absolute creme de la fresh view. This level of craftsmanship, though, is definitely the V2 level of craftsmanship that Josh Ovenden does. That's what we want now. There's nothing in the cottage that looks as good as that. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? This is the one. It's going in whatever happens, so you may as well be. Come on, Mark. And now Betty only lives on Airbnb. I will update you when I know more about where Betty is and how she's doing. For the fact that we abandoned this thing for 6 months or more, it's looking pretty good in here. You wait, it's going to look very, very good in here. And basically the goal is now we have to get all this sorted, get the log burner in and stuff for the winter. By leaving the cottage and leaving Betty behind, oh poor Betty, sounds so bad, it puts the, it puts the focus on our creativity. We have to sort of stand on our own 2 feet. If we don't sort it out, there won't be a hut for anyone to stay in, but it's on us. So just a note to all of you guys, friends, family, and people who come down and help with work parties, please don't bring anything down that you can't take away with you. What I really love is letters. And oh, speaking of letters, that sounds like a convenient segue, but I genuinely forgot. I got today the first letter of V2.2. If you want to send anything, any letters, please don't send anything more. Dave Erasmus, Jungle Room, Big Plant Nursery, Ashington. It feels like the old days opening post again. Wow, good effort. I'm not sure whether you'll recall the petition to change the UK planning permission laws with regards to tiny houses and eco-living, but I'm Rebecca, the girl who started it. Wow, I do remember that. I remember making a video about it. I'll put the link in. Firstly, I'd like to apologise, as when you reached out to me I was not in a good place health-wise. You don't need to apologise for that. And didn't really have the headspace to engage fully or in the way, you've got such nice handwriting, in the way I would have liked, namely in a much more passionate and engaged manner. Well, you and me both, I miss the boat all the time. Secondly, now that I'm in a bit better headspace, I would like to thank you for the work you do and the ways you invest your time and energy and heart. I know we only see what you share, but from that I just want you to know that you are very much appreciated, and I'm sure the world will continue to benefit from your legacy for centuries. Well, okay, thank you. Anyway, I'm sending you a copy of my poem, Treehouse, as a small gesture of solidarity in having a heart for creativity and for nature. I hope you like it. All the best, Rebecca Green Halla. Sorry, I butchered it. What a bloody great letter to receive first sitting down. First moment I sit down back in the woods. Let's have a look at your poem then. I want to be a tree again, with strength stored in my trunk, a wooden belly full of hope rooted in an earth of safekeeping. I'd like to be spring again, to feel my branches bloom, for flowers to hide the rough of my skin so that birds will think me homely. I'd like for you to notice when my leaves start to turn auburn. I'd like for you to hear them when silently they tumble away. And I'd like for you to sing to me, to wrap me in your song, to carve me in your poetry, to make my treehouse a tree home. Rebecca, you are very talented and incredibly creative. You should be very proud of yourself. I'm proud to receive this on the first day sitting back in the woods. This is exactly the kind of taking on the voice of nature, helping us to empathise and connect with it better, being honest and open, sending beautiful letters, doing petitions that 30,000 people sign. And yes, we do want to do more work on that. If any of you guys are interested in the activism side of trying to make sure that the UK government allows people to build cheap living spaces for friends, family, single mums, refugees in the back of their gardens, then please get in touch, because we want to mobilise that effort a bit better. And well done, Rebecca, and I hope you're feeling a lot better. Right, we better finish this job off. I got distracted. Hang on, wait. All the cooking stuff goes in here, all the activity stuff goes there, all the stuff for the new hut or the storage cupboard when we make it goes there. The alfresco loo may not stay there, but tucked in for now. I'll tease memento from Brenda's.
Waiting on love, 'cause we could become giants.
Welcome back to the woods, everybody. Welcome to version 2.2. Thoughts, ideas, reflections, all in below. Get involved in the Slack group. I'll see you at the swirl. Oh mate, it looks so nice with the light coming through onto it. One more thing just as we're leaving, I forgot to say, next week I'm going to be with Wizz Air going to somewhere that I've got no idea where it is. It's called Getting Lost with Wiz. It's like a journey to the unknown. I'm going with Amina, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's for money. It's to get paid. It's to get paid, and that's one of the other things about organising my life now, trying to reintegrate it, is I've got to take some of these deals where I get paid to do things. I've got to get some money in to make sure I can cover the cost for this. Well, it's going to cost about $5,000 per event, and there's 4 of them, so it's going to cost about 20 grand. So I've got to make sure I've got some coppers in the bank. There's about 50 odd tickets. It means it's about 100 quid per person to come. If people can't afford it, that's fine. We've got vouchers for it to be cheaper than that, but it means I've got to make sure that I can cover the costs. So I'll see you next week with Wizz Air. Take care.